obviously, if the minutes that says people who are taking attendance, that's the topics. So, that's that for whether they're mine. I didn't know whether or not I should say absent.
He's going to be huge.
No, I can't hear me. June, you noticed I'm doing a lot of this?
Oh, first mistake.
I talked about spending $1 million, so there we go. Thank you.
That's it.
No, I was saying in the minutes it says others. It says others. Instead of absent. Instead of absent. So I was just wondering.
Sure, I appreciate that. So, approved as amended. Okay. All right. We don't vote on that. Okay, Jim. Okay, now, we have the next item is public comment, and how many people would like to comment on this from the public? One so far. Okay. Well, Mr. Bowen, two. Do I hear three? No, three? No? Okay.
I don't know public.
Okay, sure. Okay, so we have two that would like to speak, and Councillor Estwick has a question. Just curious, I didn't know this. Just on public comment, what if something comes up throughout the course of the session that a member of the public would like to comment on? If they don't identify themselves now, does that mean that they rule themselves not able to say it? So should everybody just say, I want to comment, and then so they reserve that right, and then if they have nothing to say later, or choose otherwise, that they say, no, I'll. Well, that's a very good point. But I think if I may answer, if anybody else wants to answer, I think the idea is these individuals have gone through, they have the agenda, they've gone through what they want to speak about. And yes, there may be other issues that come up, but that is basically for the committee to discuss and debate. So that's my comments. Does anybody else have any comments about what Councilor Estwick has said? I don't know if that satisfies you enough. Well, my own comment would be if I was in the audience and I wasn't certain that there was something that I was willing to and prepared to listen until I heard what was discussed. And if I don't, on the front end of that, say I want to discuss something or speak to something, make my comment public, which is public comment, then I deny myself that opportunity. Well, again, I'll respond to that. I don't know what other committee meetings are like. Well, I know what others are like, but that's very, it's open, but it's very common that basically the committee debates. And now, if maybe another solution to this would be if they have comments on things that were brought up, they could email us on it or forward it to us afterwards. Councillor Brennan.
I would agree with Mr. Chair. I think that typically our committee meetings are held and there's an opportunity for ministers to speak. The public can do that. And then for the rest of the meeting, it's a meeting of the committee to make decisions based on what they've heard. I don't think typically the observers enter into discussion after the format provides for them. So I would be in agreement with your comments.
So this is new. Public comment is in agendas. Yeah, is new. I've not seen this in the middle of an agenda asking for people. So if somebody arrives late, they walk in 5 minutes. I guess the meeting goes on for 2 hours, and they want to come and say something, and we wait patiently. Or at the end of the meeting, when we would typically, at the meetings I attend, invite comment, or denying that by virtue of this. Well, no, I think that it would probably be up to the chair to be flexible, and I could suspend the procedure bylaw at the time, and if there were no objections, and if it wasn't 3 o'clock in the afternoon after a 2-hour meeting, so if I might, so is this how all future agendas, not just for the governors during committee meeting, is going to be structured and presented? If it's here, why won't it be everywhere else? Would be my assumption. I sat on the governance committee with Roy Cherry and other members of staff and people at large. And we went through a myriad of, or 2 or 3 years, streamlining and identifying and sharing of information back and forth, to be able to come up with new concepts or otherwise that might be more efficient or not. And so is this public comment up for discussion, or is this just the way that it is?
Well, after talking with Mr. Jackson at the start, and the interest that has been shown by the public on this particular procedure bylaw, and the governance actually, the whole thing, there was some discussion, and we decided, the discussion was, should I just suspend the procedure bylaw, the current procedure bylaw, and allow people public comment, or should we place it in the agenda? And, well, there it is, it's in the agenda. So now I'm just saying, is this going to be forever? I would say no. If you want it forever, then you can make a motion and say, let's have it forever. So I guess it's up to you, to us as a committee.
Okay, so I'm a little bit confused then. If we put it in once, does it become standard practice? Or do we just put it in when it's convenient or not? So I don't understand. And forever, well, we'll change it when we don't want it to be forever anymore. So so if we're talking about governance and rules and order and procedure, then to me it's not in and out at a whim, or it's good for this committee, but it's not good for the next one. So when I come to the next FPCAL, is public comment going to be in after adoption of minutes?
I believe that will be addressed.
So
And this is what this is all about. But as you see, that's the, sorry, good points. And there it is, it's a period out of nowhere. And now, as you say, is it going to be in everyone? It's up to us. And this is what we're doing now. And at PCAL, if we decide, then that's where it's going to be. And that's, again, nothing's written in stone. Jim?
No, I just wanted to stay on public comment process.
If I can, part of my purpose, term before last, to get committees to all have the same agendas, to look the same, to act the same, to be the same, was when we went through that whole committee structure thing. And we had committees that are endless. Some people have lived on them for 25 years and they weren't purposeful for what we're currently doing now as far as governance. So are they committed to our 4 strategic pillars? Do we have environment committees, economic committees, do we have a social committee, and do we have our cultural committee structure laid out to our new mandate of strategy? I want to ask, and it was triggered through some conversation with Councillor Bestwick, the Governance Steering Committee recommendation continue to work on developing a new council procedure that meets the principles of informed decision making. Have we not met that principle now? Through effective public participation, have we been not trying to meet that with tweeting, twittering, e-town, all the things we've done? And have we not efficiently conducted the business transactions of council up to this point? And so all of a sudden, and then what I have in front of me is my council orientation from the same stuff way back when, and it goes through local government, community charter, UBCM, Staples McDonald, governance committee, strategic plan, RDN strategic plan, our bylaws, 70, 60, 70, 2, quick scribe, conflict of interest through the Tupper
Councillor,
hang on for a second.
no, no.
So it's going through all this.
Councillor,
Hang on.
No, I'm not gonna hang on, I'm the chair.
So do we have, I want to have a question, have we not been meeting these needs now?
I'm pleased you got to that.
And this tells you, this is what staff has to do. This is one of 3 binders of information I've never seen about me.
Oh, now
And you talk about, God, you want to do your work and your business, this is the freedom of information that will be, it's out there now, it's mine, I can do what I want with it. And this is 20 years of the same preaching.
This, excuse me, but on point of order.
Point of order.
Question about adoption.
What's happening with that
I'd like
recommendation?
to-
Are we not meeting that, Mr. Jackson? Through you?
Yeah, but I don't know what the question is.
Are we not meeting these now? Why do we have that? All of a sudden, when you talk about it, we had a committee structure that was supposed to be the same throughout all of our committees. We adopted the previous council and we wear that as this council, and all of a sudden, it's making it up as you go again. And you're on the governance committee?
Well, I can't rule on anything because I don't know what I'm ruling on here.
Like disorder, maybe?
No. You both bring up good points, and this is what, it's hard to argue or discuss the debate because this is what we're doing now. We are reviewing the governance, and you're saying that we've done it in the past, so we shouldn't do it anymore?
I'm saying, staff spends more time teaching us our role and responsibility than getting the work of the city done. We have FOI reports that say the dams are great, 3 months later, we gotta get rid of them. It's just, Ed, you're wasting my time. You want to answer my question of whether we have been meeting the needs of the council procedures up to this point, and for some reason, we have not listened to one businessman in 20 years of how to run a business. We've listened to bureaucrats. And that's kind of I'm so tired of it. It's been too long. It has been way too long. Backhanded emails going out, blind copy. This council has been phenomenal for lack of governance.
Okay, George.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I agree with all that, I didn't say this before, but under our terms of references for the committee structure, you were able to make your agenda with staff. This is something that I believe that was important, and it's within our terms of reference on the city's website. So I don't have a problem with that. And also the point about individuals who like may not have the opportunity to speak and they're out meeting. So I'm fine with what you're suggesting, and I'm happy to go ahead with this point, because essentially, as you said, there are many people who maybe want an opportunity to speak about it, and to be able to do so, and many structures as well. Committees here to date what's on the board, so people are not able to discuss it, and I think that's how we work. When you do end up bringing in people who are observers, they end up trying to take on many roles, and that is not always that people use it. So I'm happy to support that you're suggesting our communication program.
Councilor Johnston.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Well, the only thing I'm concerned about, and I can see the angst amongst the gallery, like when you asked the question, if anybody who wants to speak, and they were confused. And Mr. Boland sort of thought, I don't know whether I'm going to want to speak or not, and he thought, I probably am going to want to say something, but I don't know what it's going to be at this point, so I close the hand. People speak at public meetings because they listen to the dialogue that's gone on at the council table. They either want to ask questions with regard to the process or the decisions we're making, or add comment to it. So it's a little bit confusing, I have to say.
Yeah, and in response to that, is there anybody else that have anything else to say before I'll just respond. And then,
confusing. If we had stuck to the original agenda, there'd be no public comment. So we decided to be flexible, give public comment. Now, 6 to 1, half of the other, and you know, it's up to the chair to suspend the procedure bylaw, and if I see someone that's just dying to say something, I'll just ask them to say something. We're very flexible. You know, unless there's 400 people here with signs, and I'd say, okay, that's enough, you know, that's enough. But, you know, I can see that they're all very well-behaved people. And, you know, if they would like to say something, and if it's appropriate, and they put their hand up, and I would recognize them, and if there's no objection, away we go. So, yeah.
It's not covered stuff.
It's not, yeah, and, you know, there you go.
But, okay, I was just gonna say that it seems like the right place in the agenda to have public comment before we make the decision, so that if people have, if opinions that they want us to consider, they can do it at the beginning and really consider. So if we wait until the end for public input, the decisions have already been made and their opportunity is in essence really lost. So this, for me, is a perfect place.
I think the problem arises, or arose, when this was not made public, that guess what? At this committee meeting, you have 2 or 3 days to figure out what you have to say in public, and you will get to say what you want to say. This was a spur of the moment. I know I emailed Ms. Ross and said that, by the way, late last night, said that, by the way, we will allow public comment. And you know, my fault. I don't know what else to say, but here they are, and I think things are moving on. Any other?
I just think, as the chair, you put it perfect right, said the guidelines, and I think you indicated already that if there are people that want to speak, that you would entertain, that you would entertain questions from them, and then you put it at your discretion, that's the chair. So I see it as pretty clear to me. I don't think it's worse. If the owners say, when you stop communicating with the audience and people around you, but you want to do that or not.
So, any other maybe comments or objections before we get started on and all points well taken. Okay, first up, Ms. Ross, you know, I'm going to give you 5 minutes.
I don't need that long
Okay.
at all. I guess
Come on over.
Up here?
You can even sit or stand so we can see you.
I don't mind standing.
Okay.